Great to welcome in Kay Roshnow, the president of the League of Women Voters chapter in Hilton Head Island and Bluffton. Folks know what the League does, getting everybody kind of ready for Election Day. But you guys do so much more between elections. And you've got a great event coming up Saturday that highlights public education and gives us all probably a history lesson that we could use on public education. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we're really delighted to have Derek W. Black, who is the head of the Constitutional Law Department and a professor of constitutional public education law at the University of South Carolina School of Law.
Okay.
He's nationally recognized, and he has written a book called Schoolhouse Burning, which I happen to bring, that details the history of public education. And back through, before the Civil War and then ever since, and how it relates to the Constitution.
You've read the book. What's the one big takeaway you got from it?
Well, I think basically, I'm just going to give you a quote here. Public education is an intergenerational inheritance we pass on from one generation to another, especially for children who won't be getting a traditional inheritance. That's what America gives them or not. So he is a big believer in public education. The League is a big believer and an advocate for public education.
The state legislature, on the other hand, is talking a lot about private education and about moving taxpayer money into giving tax credits or whatever for folks who send their kids to private or charter schools. What will he say, and what has been said, and kind of where are we on all of that?
Well, it is pending legislation, and our goal is to make parents and the public aware that that is going on, because I don't think that there's a lot of awareness of that. They're calling it the Educational Scholarship Account, and I think that's a little misleading, but it's basically taking $90 million of tax money and putting it into a voucher program for private or independent schools.
What's the advantage of public schools? If you're selling them, tell me why. Why should our kids and why should we be supporting public schools?
Well, public schools educate the public, basically, generally speaking. And it is very important for a population and a democracy to have an educated population. If we don't have an educated population, things can happen that are deleterious to basically the democracy. And if there's one thing that the League stands for, it's defending democracy. We're a 103-year-old organization.
Let's get to the nuts and bolts of the event. It's coming up Saturday in 2 different locations, so you got 2 different chances to hear this presentation and be a part of it.
So the first presentation will be at the Universal Unitarian Church in Bluffton, open to the public, and that's at 10 a.m. And then that'll also be live streamed to the church YouTube channel, so people can watch it live stream, or it'll be recorded, they can watch it later. At 2 p.m., we'll be going over to the Penn Center, which is a historic site in St. Helena Island. That'll be at 2 p.m. The Penn Center School was basically established in 1862, one of the first schools, I think it was the first school in the South for formerly enslaved Africans.
And this is all kind of the timing of this works out well, it being Black History Month and all, but it involves everybody, right? Everyone here in the Lowcountry.
Everyone it affects everyone, and we would like to have a good turnout for each one. We'll also have 4 signed copies of the book as the door prize at each event.
That's fantastic. The website to find out more about all of this, we've thrown a lot at you, LWHHIBA.org. It's on your screen. And folks can find out more about the logistics of all of that and learn more about
and about the League. And I would also just like to say really quickly that we are offering free memberships to anyone of 16 to 25 years old of age to get involved.
We got to get younger people involved, that is for sure. Thank you so much, Kay.
Thank you very much.
Kay Roshnow of the League of Women Voters of Hilton Head and Bluffton. We got to have you back. We're going to talk some more about stuff down the road.
Well,
Thanks
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll be back with more of the WHHI Daily News right after this.